It's a quiet hour. It's a kind of hour when the world is still. The lights are low, and the house holds a calm hush. You rise from bed just for a moment, maybe to get a glass of water, check the window, or use the bathroom. And then it happens. Your foot catches the edge of the rug, or the hallway seems darker than usual. Or your balance, which was always reliable, suddenly wobbles, and you fall. It's quick. It's frightening. And in that one moment, so much can change. A bruise, a broken bone, shaken sense of confidence that takes weeks, even months, to come back. If this has happened to you, or if you've worried about it, you're not alone. Falls are one of the most common reasons seniors end up in the emergency room. And here's the quiet truth. Most of these nighttime falls could have been prevented. You see, our bodies speak to us gently, then urgently. As we grow older, the way we move, see, and steady ourselves shifts. But that doesn't mean we're helpless. It just means we need to listen more carefully and make thoughtful changes. In this video, I want to gently guide you through why falls happen most often at night, and the small but powerful things you can do to keep yourself safe. No judgment, no fear, just simple, loving advice for a life that still holds so much beauty. Stay with me. This conversation might help protect everything you've worked so hard to keep. There's something different about the night, isn't there? It softens the world. The noise fades, the lights dim, and in that quiet, our bodies feel a little heavier, our movements slower. As we age, even familiar spaces can become tricky after dark. The hallway we've walked 1,000 times, suddenly it feels longer, darker, and more uneven. Our legs may be stiffer, our balance not quite as steady. Our eyes, once quick to adjust, now struggle to make out edges and shadows. The truth is, aging changes everything, especially how we move and respond to our environment. Our feet don't lift quite as high, our reflexes aren't as quick. Even medications taken for blood pressure, sleep, or anxiety can make us dizzy or disoriented when we stand. Yet, we often don't talk about it. Falling feels like something we should be embarrassed about, like it's our fault. But it isn't. It's just part of the natural shift of time. The body growing older, the senses softening. It's not a weakness, it's a message. A signal that it's time to be more gentle with ourselves, and to listen to the small ways our body is asking for care. So instead of pretending nothing's changed, let's honor where we are. Let's acknowledge that yes, we move a little differently now, and that's perfectly okay. What matters is how we respond, because awareness is the first step to safety. Think back to your younger years, when getting up in the middle of the night was effortless. No aches, no hesitation. You didn't have to think about where your feet landed or whether the light was on. But today, that same act can feel like navigating a minefield. What makes it harder is the quiet pride so many of us carry. Don't want to bother anyone? We don't want to ask for help. And we certainly don't want to admit we're afraid of falling in our own home. But here's the truth. Asking for help or making small adjustments isn't a sign of weakness. It's an act of wisdom. It's a way of saying I still value my life and want to protect it. When we start to shift our thinking from seeing safety tools as a burden to viewing them as protectors of our freedom, everything changes. A nightlight isn't just a bulb. It's peace of mind. A sturdy handrail isn't a sign of decline. It's a partner in stability. Slip-resistant mat isn't a decoration. It's a promise that your next step is secure. This emotional shift from shame to empowerment can be life-saving. When we embrace where we are in life, with love instead of denial, we open the door to aging with strength and dignity. Let's stop hiding our fears and start choosing safety, not because we're fragile, but because we're wise enough to know that our lives are worth protecting. Now let's talk about practical, life-saving changes that make a real difference at night. Start with lighting. Yes. Many falls happen because we can't see clearly. Place soft night lights in hallways, bathrooms, and bedrooms. Motion sensor ones are ideal. They gently guide you without the harshness of a bright bulb. Next, check your flooring. Loose rugs. Tuck them away, or secure them with non-slip pads. Clear pathways of clutter shoes, boxes, cords, anything that might catch a tired foot in the dark. Let's not forget footwear. Walking around in socks can be slippery. Invest in non-slip house shoes that are both comfortable and safe. Your feet deserve the right support, especially in those quiet, vulnerable hours. Medications are another major cause of falls. Talk with your doctor or pharmacist about side effects, especially those taken at night. Some drugs can lower blood pressure too much or cause dizziness. Adjustments can make a big difference. Hydration plays a role too. Dehydration at night can lead to weakness or faintness. Keep a glass of water by your bed, not too much to disturb sleep, but enough to stay balanced. And lastly, don't rush. When you wake up at night, pause. Sit at the edge of the bed. Breathe. Let your blood pressure regulate. Only then should you rise. These steps are simple, but they save lives. Your home doesn't have to be a danger zone. With just a few gentle changes, it can become the sanctuary it was always meant to be. There's a sacredness to nighttime. In many ways, it's when we return to ourselves. The world quiets down. The noise fades. And all we're left with is the beating of our heart and the soft thoughts in our head. For some, night brings peace. For others, it brings worry, especially after a fall or the fear of one. That fear can take root. It can make us second-guess ourselves, make us feel like prisoners in our own homes. But you are not weak. You are not alone. You are not broken. Aging is not a betrayal. It's a journey. And like any journey, it requires new tools, new steps, new wisdom. Falling doesn't mean you failed. It means it's time to adapt. With grace, there is strength in slowing down. There is courage in being cautious. And there is great love in honoring the body that has carried you through decades of living. Instead of fighting time, what if we walked beside it? What if we treated each cautious step as a sacred ritual, a way of honoring the life we've built and protecting the years still ahead? This isn't about living in fear. It's about living with care. Because you matter. Your life, your presence, your laughter, your stories is far too precious to lose to something preventable. Falling is not just about gravity. It's about awareness, readiness, and the deep decision to protect the life we've earned. Maybe you've had a scare. Maybe you've brushed it off until now. Today, you've taken the first and most powerful step. You've paid attention, and that matters more than you know. You don't have to make every change at once. Start with one thing. A light, a rug, a pair of safe shoes. Slowly, gently turn your home into a space that rises up to meet you, even in the dark. You are not a burden. You are a blessing. And your safety is worth the time, the care, and the love. If this video has reminded you of someone, a parent, a partner, a friend, please share it with them. One shared message might be the reason someone wakes up tomorrow without pain or fear. Thank you for being here, for caring for yourself, for letting me walk beside you in this conversation. Till next time, may your nights be peaceful, your steps be safe. Please subscribe my channel Wisdom After 60 and press bell notification